together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah. It's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
I was muted because I just got a notification from Lex.
Oh, great. Awesome. So we were muted the whole time.
Yep. Damn, I was talking shit about 4462, and it was kind of funny.
All right. And by the way, we don't have. I didn't have the chat up with that, so I didn't see any of that. All right. So down day yesterday, down 2.85 units. Air Force loser, Eastern Washington winner, Bama loser, Wazoo winner in college basketball. Losers on the Sharks first period and the Kings money line. And then in the NBA, Cavaliers team total over loser, Rockets team total over loser, but the Spurs come in late there with the winner there. So not a great day for me yesterday. A really nice winning streak, now back-to-back losing days. So we're going to hope to break that today.
Yeah, I got 2 notifications on my phone. That's how I was, because I was doing the numbers for college basketball to get those plays ready to go. Yesterday was ugly. Let's look at it. NHL, big goose egg, 0-3. Sabres lose, Sharks lose, Avalanche don't cover. NBA went 1-1. Of course, the best bet loses. The Spurs covered. The Spurs won. That was nice. Rams got taken care of. That was a loser. And then in college basketball, Air Force was a winner. Air Force was a loser. Alabama was a loser. Eastern Washington was a winner. Washington State was a winner. And then Hawaii was a winner. So we ended up going 3-2 in college basketball. I think I broke even in NBA. Obviously, NHL hurt a little bit, but it is what it is. And we move on, Nick.
Yep. Head over to the chat, and then we'll get into today's show.
Are you able to? I'm doing college basketball stuff.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
All right. Getting started with the official plays. Ball State, Buffalo over 53.5. I am on that as well. Thanks for reminding me. I have to track that and put that up on CapperTek, but I'm on the over 53.5 in that game as well. None of the sides. Oh wow, it's 54.5 now that I'm putting it up, but it is what it is. But yeah, none of the sides really appealed to me from action tonight. It was just that one over there. What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button. People, show some appreciation, subscribe, and share. Timmy, you know the rest of the saying, my dog. Nice size NBA slate tournament today.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's this stupid in-season tournament or whatever.
It is kind of dumb.
Let's have them go and find some value, and cash. I got some college basketball, too. Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Nets money line good. Over by 2 points good. Cleveland minus no good. Cleveland by 6. The over no good by 4 points. OKC minus 6 pushes. The under went way over.
It did.
Houston minus and the under good. San Antonio Spurs and the under good and good. So day last night. Fair. Rams money line no good, but the under hit. Yeah. Took a shot last night to throw it into my parlay. Carolina over Stars money line. Flyers money line. Flames. Colorado. All good. There you go. College basketball was so-so. Some of the large point spreads came through, but some didn't. Overall, not a good night except for hockey. NBA would have been good if OKC and Cleveland scored a few more points. But new day. Let's go. There you go. And then we have more official plays there for Cannon, Villanova, Providence, William and Mary, Drexel, Fairfield, Lafayette, NC Central, and then NC Not even the full card yet. There you go. Vegas game was rigged. Or you don't lay minus 430 in the NHL, even for plus 2.5 goals. What a crazy concept. I know. It's groundbreaking material right here. But yeah. Rams plus 10.5, never in doubt. 13-point teaser. Okay. Road Warriors tonight, first quarter, first half, trifecta by double digits. Warriors spoil Play-Doh coming home.
No, I'm on the Mavericks.
Bucks tonight by double digits. It feels like he's just a little bit of a homer here with those.
Yeah,
guys.
I don't understand. If you got an actual reason for betting Milwaukee tonight and actually wanting to lay 8.5 points, I would love to hear it. I see zero reason. I'm on the Raptors.
Yeah. Bucks never cover, but Toronto is at the end of a road trip. Oh, I see Raptors' third game in 4 nights. Maybe they do get blown out. Yeah, that's not a spot that I want. Yeah. Subness, and then here's all the comments saying the mic is off. Yep. Maybe we just did this just for more interactions.
Yep, totally. It was totally intentional.
It was 100% intentional to get a million comments. What's good, Drewski? Look at the chat. Volume not working. Muted.
It worked, Nick. We got a lot of interaction.
We got a lot of interaction for it. Great. I see. This is what we're talking about. This is Stream Life right here. We're getting a million different comments. Yeah, I thought I was tripping. Yeah, there we go. Appreciate it. Markel, what's good, bro? There you go. Smashed 3-team parlays. There you go. Had Avs money line, Hurricanes money line. There you go. Well, who notified you, Tim? Yeah. Canes. Yeah. Canes 7 cover over 6.5 for 12 seconds. Wow. I had Avs money line in 2 of my parlays. There you go. Canes and Avs. There you go. Sabres was an awful homer play. Yeah.
Dude, shut up.
He bet him too. He was being funny. What up, Marcos? You got it, bro? Hey, we got Lex Steele putting in his first play. Toledo team total over 34.5 at plus 110. Rangers versus Jets. Rangers always play up and down to their competition. And yeah, that's a fun game. That's a fun game for tonight. Sharks tie game but lose in overtime. Yeah, which was nice to those draw bettors that had it there, and that +1.5 and the +1.5 bettors there.
Had the money line. Shut up.
Clay, let's get it. 4 threes. Stars 6 goals in 1 period. I checked the score and I almost died laughing. 6-0 at the end of the first period. And then I put into one of my group chats, POV, the Penguins, and then at Sandy Cheeks, I said, I heard boom, boom, because they need to blow up the team. How about them Lions? They're the best team in the NFL, and if anybody has any other team that they think is better, they're wrong.
Texans +3.5 winner.
Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions in that game. They still won the football game and came back from down 16 points. They are the best team in football, and I get it. There's a team in Kansas City that hasn't lost a game yet, but the margin of victory that Kansas City is winning by is not they're squeaking out games. I think the Lions would beat the Chiefs if they played the Chiefs right now.
I think the Bills beat the Chiefs next week.
I could see that as well, because we have a 9-0 team that's an underdog. Well, Tim, the Raps suck, and they haven't been covering the past few games. But they was covering for us first, and I think that the Bucks will wake up sooner than later and get the team back to the way it used to be.
Yeah, I just don't see laying 8.5 points on them.
Fair. More plays here: Tarleton State, Little Rock, Prairie View, and San Diego. There you go. Mine Canyon, there you go. Isles are +195. That's wide. Yeah. I could definitely see taking a shot with them tonight on a dog line. If I wouldn't talk you guys off of it, that is a pretty wide line. 2-1 in the NHL, 4-2 in college basketball, 5-3 in NHL and X. There you go. 1-0 in the NBA. I live bet the Avs before overtime. There you go. -135. Oh yeah, the Flyers laying a big number for a reason. Books knew they would win. Easy winner. -250 in a shootout's not an easy winner, you dumb fuck. Let's get it today. Good luck on your tickets, folks. There you go. Now, Marcos, I'm not laying in the Bucks game. Yeah. Gary Payton and Draymond will lock him up. There you go. Markel laughing. Recap chat. Yes, we will before we get into the first game. I think we can beat the Chiefs, but I worry about Baltimore. I'm more worried about the Chiefs than Baltimore long term. For I
think that actually no, I understand what Lenny's saying, because I feel like the Lions are more built to go up against Kansas City. I don't feel like they're as built to go up against.
I think they are, because one thing I've noticed with the Ravens a little bit lately that does worry me is their secondary has been terrible, and I think Jared Goff would be able to pick him apart. Pick that defense apart. I think if we got a Super Bowl between the Ravens and the Lions, it would be a 37-31 type of game. It would be a back and forth, high scoring type of game. But here's also the other thing is I think that Lions defense is very underrated. So that's also something to keep an eye out for. So yeah, Bucks are 7.5 DK. Now it's now an 8. Yeah, Maction tonight. Yes. We got 3 games in the MAC. I only like one of them, but yeah. The Chiefs is the best team in the NFL. Nick, Lions maybe second best, but living in Detroit, I hate them because
sounds like you just have a personal vendetta against them.
Yeah, but when you look at point differential, in their games, I mean, Detroit's not winning football games. They're blowing teams out. They're not squeaking games out at the last second like the Chiefs are, and needing blocked field goals and referee help and things along those lines. The Lions are doing it without all that. Nick, was you on the Stars last night? I wish I was. I almost pulled the trigger on Stars -1, but I never did. Okay, Markel. I smoke a strain called Gary Payton. There you go. There's a rumor Embiid might play tonight. Beware. I didn't even know he still played basketball.
Remember when people still had him in the same conversation with Nikola Jokic?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that is funny. Exactly, Tim. 4-4-6 he'll be on a minutes restriction likely there. Isles team total over 2.5, -105, a decent look. They've been scoring without Barzal and without Duclair. Their offense hasn't ticked down that much. Their worst game was the 2 goals against the Rangers, but the Rangers are the Rangers. So, you look like Lenny. You look like Dan Quinn when he has his glasses on. Are you really? I do, Tim. Raptors +7.5 for Cannon, as well as the Jazz +3.5. These are probably some plays you guys are going to want to pay attention to when we recap the standings there. Personal thing against them, yeah. Marcos, are you just a bitter Lions fan? I know because I'm the president of the club. There you go. Went 6-0 yesterday. I had a good day. Under 48.5 in the Dolphins game. Over 218 in the Thunder game. Nets without a doubt. Rockets -12 leave the wood. Northwestern +25.5 in the Stars puck line. There you go. Lots of chat today. Yes, there's lots of chat today. Mainly because we forgot to turn on our microphones. Sixers money line. I would like to fade the Sixers if Embiid is back. If Embiid is actually back, I would like to fade them. I was never out to play Stars game. Yeah. That line moved against me bad. Yeah, I was scared. Yeah, that's fair. Locking my official play of the day, Mikal Bridges over 13.5. Yeah, and Stop Gio, he gave out one play yesterday, one winner. And it was a never in doubt, no sweat game. He had the team total under 105 for the Pelicans. They finished 105.5. They finished with 105 points. Oh no, my Detroit mate. I was all teams lying all day, every day until they lost on Thanksgiving to the team that I hate, killing a 25-legger and costing me $58,000. But good luck too. Yeah. The city of Detroit, since I live there. Yeah. I'll give out more plays after I get out of class, and I'm not showing that last comment. We're not talking politics. No politics. Here we go. Whatever. The Bucks line is downright hilarious. No Dame, no Militant, and Giannis is a game-down decision. Yeah, give me the Raptors outright as live as we'll see. But let's quickly recap. Let's go to where's the ESB leaderboards? There we go. ESB leaderboards. And on top of it all, Cannon, 93, 56, and 2, up 36.87 units since starting it. Yeah, he's been incredible. You'll see he's the leader on a bunch of different categories. So that he's been awesome. And only one other person's profitable at the moment. So we've had a lot of people in the red right now. Markel is up 1.42 units. He's 3-2. Nathan Cerna 1-2, down 1.2. Stop Gio is 2-3, down 1.3. Bailey is 3-8, down 5.03. Fernando Mendoza is 5-8, down 5.07. Mr. Numbers all the way towards the bottom here, 14-15, but down 8.57 units because he likes to lay -430 on +2.5, or for the team to lose by 3. Untouchable had a good start, but it's just been a little bit of a free fall there for him. 9-37, down 14 units. Drewski 22-39, down 20.58, and Robert is 133 and 219, down 60.46 units. The standings here for each individual sport: Cannon leads the NBA 16-10, up 5.28 units. In the NHL, Cannon leads that one 16-11-1, up 7.91 units. In college basketball, stop me if you heard this one. Cannon leads this one 33-28-1, up 2.24 units. We actually have a different leader in the NFL. Fernando Mendoza is 2-0. Cannon's 4-2, up 1.80 units. So 0.2 units away from leading in the NFL is Cannon. And Cannon leads college football 24-5, up 19.66 units. So almost a complete sweep of the leaderboards there from Cannon. So an awesome start for him there. But let's get into the NBA card. And we'll start with an absolute beauty of a game here, Tim. The Atlanta Hawks are taking on the Boston Celtics. We have the Celtics as 15-point favorites in this game. Total 225.5. As my stuff is trying to load, so this is going to take a second. I should have had everything brought up here for the NBA, but it happens. We have the Celtics. They are. Go. They're 9-2 to start the year. They are only 6-5 ATS. They're 3-1 at TD Garden so far this year. They're 4-6-1 over under. The Hawks are 4-7. They're 3-8 ATS. They're 9-2 over under. They're 1-3 on the road so far this year. Let's take a look to see if my line history has loaded yet. It has not. So we'll go to the cash flow first, where we have 38% of the tickets are 62% of the tickets and 54% of the cash. It's on the Hawks in this game. 82% of the tickets, 78% of the cash on the over in this one as well. So it kind of looks like the more tickets are coming in on this on this what do you call it? On the Hawks in this game here, and line moving towards and money coming in on the over as well. No surprise there. With the way the Hawks have played so far this year, my line history is still taking forever. So I'll pass it over to Tim for right now until my line history gets up and I can fully get the full picture of the game. Without looking at line history, I guess I would look towards a team total over for the Boston Celtics. Maybe laying the points with Boston here in this one as well.
I'm already on the over in this game. This is a Hawks team that's become predictable, which is our favorite type of team, right, Nick?
Yes.
They don't really cover spreads and they go over the total. The last time these two teams played, though, it went under. It was one of the two games that the Hawks have gone under all year. It was 123-93. I could definitely see a little bit of a bigger bounce back for more points in this one. I think the Hawks can score over 100 in this one because the Celtics game was the only time all year that the Hawks haven't scored at least 100. So I expect them to be able to do that here, and I'm expecting the Celtics to put up some points. I'm taking the over. I will say I hate this line movement.
Yeah, it's dropped.
Because I got 227.
Yeah, it opened up at 228.5. It's down to a 224. The ultimate question now is how far is too far? But I mean, with 82% of tickets, 78% of cash on the over, I have no interest in the over in this game with the way the line's moving. My only play in this game would be laying in Boston.
I'm on the over. I don't like it though.
Yeah, this line also moved from a 15 to a 15.5. So kind of a crazy big line movement, or not kind of a crazy line there. Yeah, with it being 15.5, but ultimately not a game I'm feeling the need to get involved with.
There you go. Back to the chat. I'm almost done with college basketball.
Fair. Yeah. Quick expected for the Rangers. Okay. Well. Raps outright too. Outright. It's no way they win in Milwaukee tonight. As long as Greek Freak and Dame time we Gucci. Is this certified? I think Nick is giving me losses. No. I don't add. No, I have a record of every. I have documents of every single play given out. So, Cannon is cheating. He's just on a good run. Drewski and Rob better call 1-800-HELP. Hawks at 15. Is Trey out? I don't know if Trey's out. I think
Trey's out. That's why line move.
Fair. I think I have a decent lead. Yeah, a little bit. Boston first quarter and first half lean full game, but could see a backdoor cover, lean under as well. 446 is actually about 500 on all my plays, but this is on the fly. So I have an excuse.
No excuses.
No excuses. It's the plays you put in. Tim will probably say pass, knowing him. Yeah.
No, I took the over.
Celtics minus 30, just a lead.
I can see it.
Celtics minus 15, and team total over 119 and minus 115. There you go. Sorry, Cannon, but you can't hold leads in all sports. There you go. Fernando. Trae Young is out alert. Yeah, we kind of figured that with the line. Kind of figured that. When does this month end for official plays? It'll be at the end of November, and we'll start a new one on December 1st. Western Michigan team total under 23.5 minus 110. Interesting look there. Yes, we know. Thank you. 446. Yeah. Dang, I took the under. With Ice 3 out, might have to go Boston and under, like I said. Postcard, please. We will. Hawks have no chance with Young out. Celtics minus 115 or minus 15 minus 110 official. There you go. 446 with excuses. That's just built-in loser mentality is all it is. That's all it is. No Trae, huh? Yeah. Yes, I heard you, Tim. I wrote that before you said over.
I know you did.
We'll move on. I am interested in the Boston Celtics, but I don't know. I'll probably kick myself when I see they win by 28 tonight. But it is what it is. Miami Heat and Detroit Pistons. The Heat minus 1.5 road favorites in this game, total 214.5. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here. Where it opened up at a 1 for Miami, it's now a 1.5. Line opened up at a 217 down to a 214. Kind of want to take a look here what the money line movement's been. It opened up at a minus 120, and it's still a 120 though for the money line. So no line movement on the money line, half a point line movement on the spread towards Miami. 68% of tickets, 66% of the cash is on them. On the spread, 74% of tickets, 58% of cash is on the money line. The money line's not moved, and the spread's barely moved in this game for the Heat. The Heat are coming in off of a nice road win, I believe, if I remember right. They're coming in off of a 95-94 win as 7.5-point dogs against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And they still got 2 more road games after this. They head to the Pacers for 2 road games after this on the 15th and the 17th. So kind of an interesting scheduling spot there. Detroit, this is their 3rd game of the homestand. They do hit the road after this game. They will play tomorrow against the Milwaukee Bucks before heading to Toronto and then Washington. So 2 winnable games on the road there, the next 2 after that Milwaukee game. And even a Milwaukee game could be a winnable game for the Detroit Pistons. Yeah, I think this is a very winnable game here for the Pistons in this spot. We have a Heat team that is 4-5 straight up in ATS this year. They're 4-5 over under. They're 2-2 on the road. The Pistons are 4-7, but they're 6-5 ATS. They're 3-8 over under. They're 2-4 at home. This is Pistons or nothing for me if I'm betting this spot.
This is a game that I didn't really want to get too overly involved with. This is a Heat team that I have a feeling I'm not going to be betting a lot of their games this year. I think I've bet them once this year, and it was against the Nuggets, and it didn't cash. I
was on that too.
Yeah, it was a bad. I thought it was a bad spot for the Nuggets, but either way, they're coming off of a big win. But I really don't feel the need to get involved in this one. Detroit's another one of those teams. They're not going to be good this year. I feel like the only reason why this spread is as close as it is because it's in Detroit. Now, I will say Detroit's been a big under team this year. They haven't really been all that good offensively, so I could see this one being an under game. But I think I have 3 plays at the moment in the NBA. I don't know if I'm going to get to many more.
Fair. Yeah, this Detroit team, when you look at them defensively, they've been actually a top 10 defense. 9th in points allowed, 8th in field goal percentage allowed, 13th in 3-point percentage allowed. And they're 3rd in rebounds per game. They're winning the rebounding battle in a lot of these games. Defensively they've been really good. Offensively they've struggled. So yeah, I could see Detroit Piston unders especially against the Miami Heat here. But it's already a low number around 215. So
Yeah.
I would only look towards the under in this game. Maybe that's a better play. Maybe it's a Miami team total under. With them being a slight favorite, the total that might be what, a 107.5, 108.5. Kind of interested in that there. I'm gonna take a look at that a little bit deeper when you go through the chat, unless you're still doing.
No, it's done on the site.
Okay. You can talk to the NBA.
I know. I was getting all the replays up on the site. Celtics first half. If you're doing that, I don't hate it. Pass on Detroit game, lead under. I hope Detroit wins. Under. Butler out, but they did beat the Wolves without him. I'm not really worried about Butler.
Oh, no. That actually makes me like the Pistons even more. Because what do you do? Because Butler's first game out was against the Timberwolves. So what do you do when a team has a player out? You back them in the first game. You fade them in the second game. I'm gonna I'm gonna take that Miami team total under.
Okay. Heat beat Minnesota. So yeah, Minnesota's not good. I missed it at 219 and 214. Yeah, no, that's way too low of a total now. Pass. Pistons money line in the under. No Jimmy buckets. Should be Detroit basketball. Should. Maybe an OT in this game. Maybe. Tim probably passed on Detroit game, I think. Yep. 214.5 is too low. Under. Pistons should play. Should make the play at least 10. I don't think they're winning by double digits. Low for reason. Not an official play, but I cashed in this game, in their last game. Isaiah Stewart, 15 plus points, was plus 550 smaller play going back on him today. There you go. Dang, I was at 219. Yeah. Line dropped. I don't really see much value in it. We'll go to this game.
Yeah. Miami Heat team total under 107.5 minus 115 Fanatics. All right. Let's move on. The Charlotte Hornets are taking on the Orlando Magic. Line opened up at a 6.5. It's now an 8. So we do a move towards this Magic team. Line opened up 214.5 down to a 212.5. This Magic team started off really poor without Banchero, but they're starting to play a little bit better. Granted, they've played 2 matchups where they should be playing better, New Orleans and Washington. So there's that. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here, where we have, there we go, 60% of tickets and 61% of cash on the Hornets. You have the lines moving towards the towards the Magic. 90% tickets, 79% cash on the over. That's the lines moving towards the under. Hornets 4-6 this year, straight up, but they're 6-4 ATS. They're 2-7-1 over under, so they've been a nice under team for those backing their unders. 1-3 on the road. Orlando 5-6 straight up, 4-7 ATS, 6-5 over under, 4-0 at home this year. So they're playing good in the Kia Center there in Orlando, Florida. It's Magic or nothing for me if I'm betting this game. I feel like this is another spot very similar to New Orleans and very similar to Washington. It's a bad team at home that they're facing that they should take care of. It's another game where the under does have some appeal when you look at this spot. The Hornets have been an awesome under team. The line's dropping towards the under, and the public's all over the over. So maybe this is another team total under spot for Charlotte. Maybe this is just a full game under spot. But that's where I would be looking in this game, would be taking some type of under if I'm betting anything in this spot.
Don't blame you. This is another one where I'm probably going to just stay off of this game. I'm not laying 8 points or 7.5 on Orlando, although they've looked better as of late. But you mentioned who they played. They've also been more under, but they've been more of an under team since Banchero left. But 212.5, I just feel like is a little bit too low to want to go after that. On the opposite side, we got Charlotte, who has gone under in 5 straight, including going under in an overtime game last game.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you never see that. But I'm not touching their spread, although they've covered in 4 out of 5. But I'm not going to get involved in this one. We have 13 college basketball plays, so I feel like I have enough action for the day. with basketball. So I'm probably just going to stick to my 3 plays that I have already.
Fair.
Never mind. Let's do a play. Okay. No, Tim. I was trying to say Pistons 10 seed play-in. Gotcha. No, I don't see it. Tim messes up everything he reads. You know what? Shut up. Do you believe in magic? Charlotte sucked. Lean over and Orlando and under. I believe in magic. Durant out. Good morning, fellas. I'm on the Hornets plus the points. Magic minus the points in the over. Who I believe in magic in a young girl's heart. I think it's a song. Charlotte plus 8, and I agree with Nathan. There you go. Did you get my Pistons?
Yes,
over?
we got the Pistons over.
Let's head to this game, Nick.
Yeah. And by the way, you don't have to ask if I've gotten a play. I get all the plays. So as long as the play is there, the number is there, and the odds are there, I track it. Even if you don't say official play, if you say the game, the number, and the odds, I will track it. So you don't have to keep asking if I've gotten a play or not. I've got the play. We have the Philadelphia 76ers and the New York Knicks. A little playoff revenge from last year, Tim, as the Knicks did knock out this Philadelphia 76ers team. This line opened up at a -1.5 for Philly. It's now a -3 for New York. So I'm guessing Embiid's not playing still, because I feel like this line wouldn't move 4.5 points against the Sixers if he was. Line opened up 217.5 down to a 212.5. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here, where we have 72% of tickets, 78% of the cash on the Knicks. The line's moving towards them. 92% of tickets, 76% of the cash is on the over. And the line is dropping. Now, I wonder how many of those tickets are coming in with a total at 212 or 213 rather than 218. Because that's something you also got to keep in mind. The Knicks are off to a little bit of a slow start, 4-5 straight up in ATS. They're 5-4 over under. They're 2-4 away from MSG. The Philadelphia 76ers are 2-7 straight up and ATS. They're 5-4 over under. They're 1-3 at home. They've been bad this year. They are coming in off of a game where they were 5-point favorites and they needed overtime to beat the Charlotte Hornets. On the flip side, the New York Knicks are coming in off of an 11-point loss against the Indiana Pacers in their last game, which the game before that they beat the Bucks 116-94. No play here for me. I wanted to see Embiid in and get the Knicks at a dog price, but no.
Embiid isn't.
But he's suspended.
He's suspended? Oh my god, that's hilarious.
He was suspended for pushing some type of media or something like that.
Because I'm reading on DraftKings this yesterday at 4:46. Embiid knee/suspension isn't listed on the injury report for Tuesday's game against the Knicks. As expected, Embiid is set to make his season debut Tuesday. He missed the start of the campaign due to a lingering knee injury and was suspended for the past 3 games due to locker room altercation. So his suspension was the last 3 games.
Oh, okay.
Embiid will be making his first start tonight, which tells me I'm grabbing the Knicks.
I'm going to wait for that line to move then. When they announce him in, the Knicks will be a dog. That's the way to approach this game. When they announce him in,
I don't really think it matters whether or not you get him at -3 or +2. They're going to cover it anyway.
Here's the thing, though. I think it does because I want the money line and I want a plus price tag on the New York Knicks. So if the New York Knicks, or if the Knicks turn into a dog when Embiid is announced in, I will be betting the New York Knicks in this game.
Okay. I'll probably wait and do that with you. So I don't have them in yet, but I'll probably bet the next day. Today is the NBA play-in. Yes, or the in-season tournament. The Twins, I love these guys. I jumped on the Knicks -126 this morning. Now it's at -156. I have a feeling the line's not going to move because Philly's already established that he's in. Still need to try Bojangles. Ooh,
Yeah.
Bojangles.
Yeah. If they
Screw it.
announce,
I'm grabbing the Knicks now because they announced him in already.
All right, then I'm staying off the game because I wanted the Knicks at a dog price.
Give me the Knicks -3. Lean Knicks, but pass. Every time I bet the New York Knicks, they lose straight up. All for Indy. Yeah. Philly +3. Joel is playing. Yep. 4-4-6. Wasn't worried about plays and disappeared when the New York Yankees lost games, but will come out to talk shit after they win and disappear again after the World Series. I know it was kind of nice. Official play on the alternative under in the Heat game. Knicks bench is worse than the Nuggets. A lot of injuries for Philly +2.5 Philly. I don't understand. How does the Knicks Sixers game have anything to do with the Nuggets?
You want to throw a jab out there?
Oh, you mean the same Nuggets team that's won 5 games in a row now? After you said, oh, they're the same team that you were talking shit about, and then all of a sudden, when do they play next? I'm trying to find one of their games. Where's my Nuggets? There they are. Their next game is on the 15th, so they don't play for a little bit. But the same team that started 2-3, that's now 7-3, have won 5 in a row. One of them against the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they beat the Dallas Mavericks too. But yeah, no, their bench sucks. Or they need a little bit of time because they're even winning without Aaron Gordon. So I love you too. I love you, Tim, too, my guy. Even though he's always against my teams as well, and Nick as well. Best show ever. Been here since day one years ago, and we all come for some plus money. Let's do it. -3 is a trap. I do not see that. Knicks over or under? Probably lean towards an under, but didn't do it. Yesterday, our parlay picks ended really super.
Yopers.
I don't get it. What's
another word for boobs?
Oh, okay. Joel in or out? I thought his suspension was already done, so he will be playing tonight. Bridges with a horrible trade. 5 number gone for an average player. GM ruined this team last year. Knicks aren't going to turn into a dog egg.
Then I'm staying off.
Number 1. Knicks too public on DraftKings. Miami players are at the beginning.
Yep.
Atlanta and Indy already beat them recently. Shake my head. Good morning. Everyone is against 4-4-6. I got your back. The Sixers. Speaking of baseball, we weren't talking about baseball. We weren't talking about it. I mean, we know he's the number 2 player in the league, in the National League. They have to list
nominate players.
The funny thing is, he never said anything about the same deal. Ketel Marte was a finalist. You gonna say anything about him? It's just Lindor, which was better than him. So, but you don't say anything about Ketel Marte. Okay. Rough start to the week. A total or side away from being profitable. Buffalo, LAR, LAK, losing outright. San Jose, yeah. Don't worry, White Sox scored all. No. Done with the academy. Of course, they lose while the football team won over Veterans Day.
Yeah, how un-American is LIU beating Air Force on Veterans Day?
Weren't they 10.5 point dogs? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I can't. No. Embiid locker room altercation was against a reporter that he brought up his dead brother and his son, who was named after. Yeah, no, I didn't see that, but I understand that now. Let's keep rolling, Nick. We got a bunch of games still to go through.
Yeah, we got plenty to go through. The Milwaukee Bucks are taking on the Toronto Raptors. We have the Bucks as 7.5 point favorites, total 226.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history. Line opened up at a 9, down to an 8.5. Got all the way down to a 7.5, so it has come back a little bit of buyback there on Milwaukee. And line opened up at a 231. It's all the way down to a 225.5. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one here, where you have 62% of the tickets and 66% of the cash is coming in on the Toronto Raptors in this game. And then we have 80% of the tickets and 78% of the cash is on the over in this one as well. We've seen a lot of totals drop to the under so far during this slate. So kind of a suggestion to me that we could see a little bit more of an under night, but beware because a lot of these numbers have moved a lot. So that being said, we could see them go under the original numbers, but you could see a lot of totals go over because of the 3, 4, 5, 6 point line movements. So the Raptors are 2-9. They're 8-3 ATS. They're 7-4 over under, and they're 0-6 away from Toronto or in America. And Milwaukee's 2-8 straight up, 3-7 ATS, 3-7 over under, 1-3 at home this year. If the Toronto Raptors win tonight, we could say on November 12th, the Toronto Raptors, who are projected to be one of the worst teams in the NBA, have a better record than Milwaukee Bucks.
So how long until they fire Doc Rivers?
I don't think they will. I have no interest in this game whatsoever, though. For Toronto, this is the last game of a 5-game road trip. They went to Denver, Sacramento, LA, and they finished in Milwaukee. And then they get Detroit at home before hitting the road again to play Boston. So not a spot I like. Granted, maybe Toronto wants to end this road trip with a win because they've lost all 4 games. Usually, if I'm looking to fade a team on the last game of a road trip, it's a successful road trip. Maybe there's a little bit of motivation here for them to try. It's not just we want to go home. It's we want to end this road trip with a win. I have no interest in this one here, but a very winnable game for the Raptors.
I'm taking the Raptors plus the points. I got 8.5 last night, and they're down to 7.5 now. This has been a Raptors team that has been a covering machine for us this year. They're 8-3 against the spread. Granted, they haven't covered in 2 out of their last 3, but this has been a team that I've been backing a bunch this year, and they've been quite nice to me. On the opposite side, Milwaukee has been a very nice fade. How about last game when they had a 17-point lead? You figured they would cover 3.5, right? Celtics -4, never in doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a Bucks team that just, how do I put this nicely? Looks like dog shit. Their wins are against Utah and Philly on opening night.
Yep.
Nothing impressive to me. They have losses to Brooklyn by double digits. Chicago by double digits. Memphis by 23. They had 2 close games against Cleveland, and they get blown out by the Knicks. This Milwaukee team makes no sense. I'm going to take the Raptors here. I think the Raptors have a shot to win this game outright tonight. Give me the Raptors to finish off the road trip, Sean.
There you go.
Raptors. Milwaukee lean over 2. Move too far down for the total. Bucks first half. Raptors plus 7.5 for me. We were talking baseball. Heard that a hot Japanese pitcher is coming over.
Hiroki Sasaki.
Yeah, he's going to play with the Dodgers.
No, here's the thing though. There's a couple things we got to keep in mind.
He can't get signed to a major league contract. He can only get signed to a minor league contract with signing bonuses, and he can get league minimum for an MLB contract. That being said, the team that has the most amount of money in the international free agency market is the LA Dodgers.
At the moment, yes. But he probably won't get posted. He probably won't sign.
He got posted.
Well, he probably won't sign until after January 15th. Which is when the new cycle of international free agent money resets.
Yep. That
opens up the market then to everyone. Yep. Like the Texas Rangers right now have no money in the international free agent market because this is the same market where you see Major League Baseball teams sign 16-year-olds from the Dominican Republic, and things along those lines, and from these different Latin countries.
Yeah.
This is not going to be the Yamamoto contract.
No, it's not.
And he's basically going to have to go, and it's just because of his age. Yeah. Like if he waited a couple more years and played in Japan for a couple more years, he probably would have gotten a Yamamoto type of contract. He wanted to go to Major League Baseball right now. It's going to be another 6 years, though, I think, before he gets a big boy contract. because
if he lasts that long.
Yeah, it'll be his rookie year and then pre-arb, and then he can get it. So it'll be about 6 years.
Yeah.
That being said, he'll probably go to the Dodgers, but I don't know if that's a done deal as people think, because you never know, because we saw this with Ohtani. Yeah, he may want to go to California, but maybe Roki Sasaki doesn't want to pitch in the highest level stress situation right now.
He can go to San Diego, pitch with Yu Darvish.
He can go to the Angels, something like that.
Mm.
Also, you got, if you want,
he's going to want to play with the Japanese player.
Yeah, fair.
Yu Darvish is legendary.
Yeah, he absolutely can do that. But like his market though could be the Brewers. It could be the Marlins. It could be the Pirates. It could be, because it's not them handing out a $300 million contract for this guy.
Sure.
So that's one thing to keep in mind, is the market for him is all 30 MLB baseball teams right now. It's not like half the league is being priced out of him.
Yep.
Sorry.
The Lions early, Milwaukee. All right, here's the deal, 446. I don't want to hear about you making a whole bunch of money in stocks and all that shit when you're too poor to get a membership on here for $5.99. So until you do that, no more stock talk. Bucks minus 6.5 and the over. There you go. Don't you find it weird the Bucks are 7-point favorites without Dame? Yeah, it went down already. It was like a 9.
It was 8, and they're back up to an 8.5. So
the Commissioner Cup day is it's 9. It's 8.5 now. No Dame time. No under then. They are still they're in their city, not a neutral site, right? Yeah, not a neutral site. Giannis triple-double. Won't talk you off of it. Look, watch the Bucks wake up defensively without Dame. Maybe. Bucks team total over. Lock it up. Look into it. That. Bucks player props. If you like the Raptors, Bucks started. Will have the court time. They will barely win. Yeah, I could see that. $1 Dame. Nope, he's out. Nova. Who's Nova against?
They're a reasonable price, so probably someone decent.
St. Joe's. We didn't
in St. Joe's.
In St. Joe's, they're 3.5-point favorites. Go green, go white. Tim, will you win tonight? I hope so. Damn, I will. There you go. Pistons money line plus 100. We got 3 more NBA games, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Utah Jazz and the Phoenix Suns. The Suns 3.5-point road favorites, total 227 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this one here, where this line opened up at a 2. It's now a 2.5. Now it's a 4 for the Suns. So we even moved towards Phoenix in this game. Line opened up 230. It's now a 226. So we even moved towards the under here again. A lot of games we're seeing line moves towards the unders. 77% of the tickets and 62% of the cash on the over, yet this line's moving towards the under. And then 76% of the tickets, 79% of cash on the Suns. The line's at least moving towards the Suns. They're showing some market respect towards them in this one. Here, the Suns have been a pretty decent team straight up this year. 8-2. Covering numbers is another story where they're 3-7. 6-4 to the over, 3-1 on the road. The Utah Jazz are 2-7 straight up, 4-5 ATS, 3-6 over under, 0-4 on the road this year. I have no interest in this game whatsoever. I respect the market move towards the Suns. I guess it would be Suns or nothing, but I would rather the Suns in a price tag where all they have to do is win the game rather than cover a number, because we've seen them struggle covering numbers this year. So it's a no play for me. But I would only look towards the Suns.
Suns have looked good this year, but as you say, they're 8-2, but 3-7 against the spread. And this is over a bucket spread. Yes, it's against one of the worst teams, if not the worst team in the NBA, in the Utah Jazz. But is it really something we need to get involved with? No. I will say I have a play on the last game that we'll talk about. I do not have a play in this game or the following game.
Fair.
Pass. Jazz. This. Would you think Jazz plays in the tourney with different mindset? No, I don't. They can have a different mindset all they want. They still suck.
Yeah, maybe this is a time though to back some bad teams because this is maybe the one thing that can actually win this year, potentially.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the Lakers last year.
Yeah. No.
Bad teams can win this tournament. So, Minnesota Timberwolves, talk about bad teams. I'm just kidding. 8.5-point road favorites against the Portland Trailblazers. Line opened up 8.5, still an 8.5. It's moved 5 cents in the direction towards the Timberwolves, so it's moved from 110 to 115. Line opened up 221.5 down to 221. So a half-point line movement towards the under. 90% of tickets, 87% of cash on the over. Line's moving slightly towards the under. 75% tickets, 83% of cash on the Timberwolves. Line's moving 5 cents towards the Timberwolves. One thing that I've kind of figured out this year is I think I need to treat the Portland Trailblazers like the Pittsburgh Penguins. I never want them anymore. If things are pointing towards them, don't bet the game, because I've been burned way too many times with this freaking Blazers team. I had them against the Grizzlies. I had them against the T-Wolves as 12-point dogs last game against the T-Wolves there. I had them against the Spurs. I had them against, I forgot who else it was. But I've struggled back in this freaking Blazers team this year, and I have no interest in betting them whatsoever. The market suggests they're live to cover this number. I ain't falling for that again though, so no play here for me. Should be a Timberwolves bounce back spot. Should be coming in off of a loss against the Miami Heat, and now you hit the road, a little bit of a business meeting type, business travel here. And you go ahead and you beat the crap out of a Portland team. The only thing is also, I don't want to fade a team off of a 45-point loss.
Yeah, no.
That's also something I'd rather not do. So, all in all, it's a stay as far away from this game as possible.
I don't blame you. It is Portland or nothing. But it once again, as you mentioned, I don't really feel the need to get to it. Minnesota is a team that's all right. I'm not super high on them. Portland's garbage. Nothing to sugarcoat here. 3-8 this year. They have wins against the Clippers, New Orleans, and New Orleans. So not really anything to go crazy about. I'll have a play in the last game.
Fair. Do we think the Timberwolves are just an overpriced team because of their little run last year?
Maybe. Suns, fishy line. Yeah, exactly. Under 226 and -4. I mean, you could talk. Hey, if you go and get your membership at $5.99 because you keep bragging about all the money that you're making, then you could talk all the stock market you want. That's the deal. T-Wolves -9. Edwards 3s and points. Miami of Ohio versus University of Maryland East Shore.
Those Eastern Shore Hawks are terrible. They're one of the worst teams in college basketball.
There's Miami of Ohio. We have that game at a 16.
So actually we'd have value on Eastern Shore.
Wolf Pups in the under. Wolves -8. Timberwolves play again tomorrow. She-Wolves in the under. Blazer dead to me. Wolves team total over 114.5. If Memphis put up 134 versus Portland, yeah, I mean they should in theory, yeah.
But do we think this is a spot maybe that the Timberwolves or that the Blazers would want to maybe step it up and focus more defensively in this game? Like that could be another spot in this one where maybe this is an under game because the Blazers are like, okay, we just gave up 134 points last game. Maybe we need to change up our play style a little bit so we don't give up 134 points every game.
Maybe.
Fair. Let's get into the next matchup here, the Golden State Warriors and the Dallas Mavericks. The game of the night, really. The Golden State Warriors 2.5-point favorites, total of 234.5. This line opened up at a 232. It's up to a 234.5. Line opened up 2.5, still a 2.5. Let's take a look at the cash flow. 79% of tickets and 88% of cash is on the over. 58% of tickets, 59% of cash on the Warriors in this game here. Take a look at what these two teams have done as of late, where the Warriors have been really strong this year. 8-2 straight up and ATS, 7-3 over under, 2-1 at home this year. So the Warriors have put up these type of numbers with a whopping 3 home games in their first 10.
Yeah.
So they've played a lot of road games, and this is their first game back at home after a 5-game road trip where they were in Houston, Washington, Boston, Cleveland, and Oklahoma City. They took 4 of the 5 games, including ended it off with an exclamation point with that win, a double-digit win in Oklahoma City against a team that is looked at as one of the better teams in the Western Conference, if not the NBA.
Yep.
The Dallas Mavericks are coming in off of that loss against the Denver Nuggets. Now that's 2 losses in a row for these Dallas Mavericks, as they lost in their previous game 114-113 against the Phoenix Suns. Why are we not backing Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks in this game?
I am. I think it's a bad spot for the Warriors. I mean, you've kind of touched on a lot of my angles of coming off of a 5-game road trip, a very successful 5-game road trip, coming off of beating one of the best teams in the NBA. You can make the argument the best team in the NBA in the Thunder. But obviously, I would make the argument for Cleveland before Oklahoma City. And then you got Dallas coming off of a last-second loss to the Nuggets, which that was a hard-fought back-and-forth game. And it took Joker going 37, 18, and 15 for the Nuggets to win that game.
Yeah.
The
MVP.
Yeah, the MVP, for sure. But I look at this one, I think it's a bounce-back spot for the Mavericks. This will be their statement win going into Golden State. I think they take care of business. I got a little bit of plus money with the Warriors. Sorry, with the Mavericks.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm going to go plus 125 on the money line. Actually, I can get a 3 over on Fanatics. Give me the Mavericks plus 3 minus 110. Mavericks plus 3 minus 110.
Wolves lost their last game and they're mad also. That's why I didn't bet that game. Mavs, yes. Nick, stop the bad team bets. Yesterday you said you were done with Portland. Now you flip-flop.
I didn't bet Portland.
All-State first quarter. Warriors come out and win. No. Road Warriors, they're at home. Over in the Golden State game. Warriors revenge game on Plato. I don't really see that as a – I feel like it would be more of a revenge angle for Klay Thompson rather than for the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
If Luka's not playing, Luka will be playing tonight. I'm on the Warriors, no Klay going home. I think Klay gets it. Let's head to the NHL, Nick, which I don't know how much I'm going to get to of it.
This is an awesome card. We're starting it off here with potentially a Stanley Cup preview. Now, am I bought into the Winnipeg Jets being a Stanley Cup contender yet?
No.
At 14-1? Surprisingly, no. And is this a game that I would probably rather sit back and watch rather than bet on? Yeah. We have the New York Rangers. They're minus 125 favorites with a total of 6 in this game. My projection is for the Rangers to be a slight favorite in this game, around minus 110, minus 115. Now minus 125. I don't really have an interest in that. But on the flip side, we're not getting enough of a plus price tag with the Winnipeg Jets for me to be interested in that. I do have this game projected for 6.39 goals, so I do have this game projected slightly towards an over. But do you really want an over in a game between Shesterkin and Hellebuck? The Winnipeg Jets are on a 6-game winning streak since losing their first game of the year. So they opened up the year with an 8-game winning streak, and now they're on a 6-game winning streak after their first loss. The New York Rangers, they're 9-3-1 so far this year. They're 4-2-1 at Madison Square Garden. The Winnipeg Jets have yet to lose a road game this year. They're 6-0 away from Winnipeg. The New York Rangers coming in off of a nice bounce-back win where they won 4-0 against the Detroit Red Wings. They covered the first period puck line for me. They covered the full game puck line for me. And they still were outshot in that game, though, 37-24. So now is a really, really strong performance there by Jonathan Quick in that game. Now it's going to be Shesterkin. This one I saw a notification that it is confirmed Shesterkin. I would rather just sit back and watch this game rather than try to bet on it. I would have a slight lean towards an over in this game, but not a game that I am going to go out of my way and bet.
I took the Rangers on the puck line.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, you get a team that's 14-1. They're plus money. I know it's slight, but I wanted to go after some big plus money. I'm gonna trust the Rangers here in this one. I got plus 199 for it. So when I take shots at pick'em games, I'm gonna take puck lines. So I took the Rangers here at plus 199 on the puck line.
I think if you want to take a shot at a big plus price tag, the best way to do that in this game is the draw. I see this game being more overtime than a team covered by a puck line.
I guess. To the Chatnik, and it's your hockey.
Yep. Let's see. I forgot to star a couple there for. There we go. All right. Rangers money line. Fair. Yeah, I mean, I do see the I think once we start to see the regression from Winnipeg, they will be a pretty decent bet against. Warriors back from a long road trip. Dallas team total over 16.5 minus 110 and plus 2.5 minus 110. There you go. Alex Lafreniere will have at least 1 point against Winnipeg. Odds plus 102. There you go. You were making a case for Portland. Sounded like you wanted to bet them. I said, yeah, I was making a point that the markets like them a little bit, but I have no interest in backing them. And that's what I was kind of saying yesterday was with Portland, is that if I have an interest in betting Portland, I'm not betting the game. That was the only thing I was saying in that one there. Panarin, 2 points, plus 186. All right. Rangers money line. Jets in the under 6.5 plus 240. There's another way to get involved with that game there. New York Rangers team total over 3.5. So complete opposite take there. Mississippi State minus 25.5. Tim.
There was no value on that game.
No value. All right. Rangers money line minus 130. Hey guys, back to the Warriors game. Do you think the over is a better play? Yeah, if you like a side, I think taking a team total over may be a better look than taking a spread potentially. Because I do see that potentially as a higher scoring game. But let's move on. We have the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Ottawa Senators in this one here. The Leafs are only minus 125 in this game with a total of 6 in this spot. That caught my attention that the Leafs are this small of favorites in this game. My numbers have them around 145 in this spot in this game. And I know you're probably going to look at it like it's a trap for the Maple Leafs in this game here. Ottawa's been playing decent hockey this year, and I don't know if Matthews is back yet. The Sens are 7-7. They're 2-5 on the road, 5-7-2 over under. The Leafs are 9-5-2. They're 5-9-2 over under. They're 7-2 at Scotiabank Arena. The Ottawa Senators coming in off of a 3-2 win in overtime against Boston, which snapped a 2-game losing streak. The Toronto Maple Leafs have been playing some decent hockey as of late. They're on a 3-game win streak. They beat Boston, Detroit, and Montreal. And they've had a few days off to rest. Actually, if I remember right, was this the game? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to move on the Leafs in this game. The last time these two teams played was the Riley Gregg game, where it was 4-3 Senators, and as time was expiring into the empty net, Gregg took a slap shot. He took a slap shot into the empty net, which then Morgan Riley went over there and cross-checked him in the neck a couple times. It was ugly at the end of the game there. That was the last time these two teams played. So I'm going to move on the Leafs in this game. I see value on them, and we know there's bad blood. And usually with the Leafs, if I want to back If I want to back the Senators against the Leafs, I need a better price tag than this. Plus 105 on the road with Ottawa. I need a little bit more risk reward in this game. Give me a little Maple Leafs action here, plus 120 or minus 125.
Let's take it up a notch, Nick. Puck line it. Puck line plus 193. How about let's get another? Let's get a slap shot empty netter this time.
Yeah, except for it'll be like William Nylander, Mitch Marner.
Yeah,
Max Domi. That'd be a Max Domi.
That's
thing.
a Max Domi. But I'm going Toronto in this one. I took a puck line at plus 193.
I like it. No, I like the taking the shot there with that. I'm getting a reasonable enough price to where I don't have to take a puck line. I'm somebody where I'll take the minus 125, minus 130 instead of that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's see. Cornell, big red cocaine bears money line plus 140. Love it. Cocaine bear. Why not take plus money? Well, why New York Rangers money line and team total over same game parlay? There you go. Leafs at home are the truth. Leafs plus 2.5 goals minus 650. If I lose this, I stop the big juice. See, I want you to lose this play, but I have the Maple Leafs money line, so I don't want you to lose this play. But I think it's still stupid. Leafs money line minus 120. Can't trust the Leafs unless I have 2.5 goals. They kill me anyways. Always. Whatever. Leafs, team total over 3.5 plus 135. Ouch, a cross check to the neck. Yeah. The almighty puck line plus 175. There you go. Wow, plus 193 to me? Yeah. William Nylander assist at even money. And he likes Ukko-Pekka Lokinen over a point at plus 500.
They're not even playing today.
I know. He's being stupid.
When do they play next?
I don't know. But I do know that the Florida Panthers play the New Jersey Devils. And this is a very interesting situation in this game because we have the New Jersey Devils. Their advanced numbers look awesome. And they're off of a 1-0 loss against the San Jose Sharks. But it wasn't because of lack of trying. They produced 3.77 expected goals in that game. It was a masterclass by Mackenzie Blackwood in that game. And now they go and play the Panthers, which the Panthers have been winning as of late, but my numbers suggest some negative regression coming their way. And I think this potentially could be one of those games. The Devils are 10-6-2, 8-9-1, and they're 6-3 on the road. They're better on the road than they are at home. And the Florida Panthers are 11-3-1. They're 11-4 over under. They're 5-1-1 at home. They have won 7 games in a row. They're coming in off of a shootout win against the Philadelphia Flyers. And I feel like I'm going to break a couple of my rules for this game. I don't like jumping in front of teams on this type of winning streaks. I don't like jumping in front of the Florida Panthers. However, give me the New Jersey Devils here at plus 120. Now, I know I faded the Devils in the last game. They were minus 350 favorites in that one. The Devils are a team that I would much rather prefer as a dog than a favorite. Pretty plain and simple there. And this could be an interesting spot for them as well because the next game that the New Jersey Devils has is in Florida. The next game that Florida has is home against the Devils in 2 days on the 14th. They play 2 games in Florida. I think the spot to bet, the spot in the series is this is how we're going to approach it. We take the Devils game 1, and then 2 days we'll come back with the Florida Panthers on the -1 line and have them split out this series. I'm on the Devils here at plus 120.
I will say I kind of want to. I need to take a little bit of a different angle on this. Well, not a different angle, but plus 120 is not enough juice for me. But I want to get to the Devils because what was the last thing we saw from the Devils, Nick?
They got shut out
by
the Sharks.
Let's try to find. Do we have a regulation line? Nope. Let's just take a puck line. 265 for the Devils on the puck line in this one. I'm taking a shot. I feel like this is going to be a team that comes out pissed.
Yeah.
And I'm getting really nice value on it. What was it? 265 on the Devils puck line.
Whoa.
to go in there, and I feel like the Panthers feel the wrath tonight, and then the Panthers are going to do the exact same thing to them in 2 days. So give me the Devils puck line plus 265.
Yeah, and now looking at it, maybe I should have taken a shot with just the first period for the Devils or something along those lines, because I can easily see the Devils start out strong and then the Panthers catch back up late and they win it late. But yeah, it is what it is. I like the spot here for the Devils. And teams coming in off of losses against the San Jose Sharks this year haven't lost again this year.
There you
go. Let's see. Leafs in regulation. If you want to take a shot at plus money, sure. Panthers money line. Panthers in the jungle minus 144. Stop fish fade. I have not really been fading them, but okay. Feels like a 3-2, 3-1 type of game. I can see that. Didn't Nick also say the Panthers would digress this year, 7 straight wins? No. I said I was looking, maybe they start off slow, but then I would look for futures on them. This is the team I cashed the Stanley Cup future with last year. You think I'm low on this team? Nick, your hockey predictions have been off this year as far as teams fading. I mean, a couple are. I'm not going to be perfect, and I will never claim to be perfect. I said the Hurricanes were going to regress a little bit this year, but the depth pieces they picked up have looked good. I said that the Capitals were going to regress this year. They've been strong. But on the flip side, I said the Flyers weren't going to be good this year. They look like one of the worst teams in hockey. I said that the Rangers were going to be good this year. They look like one of the better teams in hockey. I mean, it depends on how you want to look at my stuff. Florida team total over.
He wants to look at it negatively.
Of course he does.
Every time.
Kachuk assists. Whoa. Night in net. There you go. By the way, yeah. Yeah, I was puzzling when you said they would fade this year after you picked them to win last year. I swear you said it. I maybe said that I thought they might get off to a slow start, which they did. But I never said they were going to be a complete fade this year. I know I didn't say that. Let's move on, though. This is a game I did get involved with here. We have the St. Louis Blues taking on the Boston Bruins. The Bruins are $1.55 road favorites in this game. Total of 5.5 in this spot. You can mark me safe from laying a number with the Boston Bruins on the road like this. This is an average hockey team at best in the Boston Bruins. And the Bruins are coming in off of a overtime loss against Ottawa. They are 7-7-2 this year. They're 2-4-1 away from the Garden, 8-8 over/under. The Blues are 7-8 this year, 6-6-3 over/under. They're 4-4 at Enterprise Center there in St. Louis, Missouri. They're coming in off back-to-back losses, including the last one where it was just a pure shellacking, 8-1 loss against the Washington Capitals. On the flip side, Boston's kind of been struggling a little bit as of late. The one problem with Boston is their offensive consistency is just not there. And you can kind of see that with the way this team plays. It's either all or nothing for this team. 2 goals against Ottawa, 4 against Calgary, nothing against Toronto, 2 shutout wins in a row against Seattle, 2 goals against Carolina, shutout against Philly, 4 goals against Toronto. Like, it's all or nothing for this team. And they have just been extremely inconsistent. Yes, this Blues team's not look particularly great either, but I took plus 130 with the Blues last night. This is a team off of a really bad loss, so I expect them to show up in this game. I like them at big plus price tags, especially at home. I forgot to punch it in last night. I'm getting plus 145 with the Blues. Forgot to post it last night. But give me St. Louis here in this one.
I'm on them with you, actually. This is one of the plays that I had clicked in before we started talking. I'm obviously not high on this Bruins team, And when it comes to it, I could definitely see them continuing to progress. Blues, a little bit of a nice little plus money at home. I was able to get 150, which is one of the main reasons why I wanted to go after it. If it was 140, 135, I probably would have not done it. I'm on the Blues in this one, Nick, on the money line here on plus. I got 150.
I like it. I got 145 with them.
There you go.
I got 150 on CapperTek though, but 145 over on ESPN Bet.
By the way, Nick, after the show, put up hockey on the site, and then I could fully put. I have the card pretty much fully typed out. Just needing the hockey stuff now. So.
Yep. Bruins minus 155. Okay, fine. Won't argue. Let's see. Bruins team total over 3.5 plus 125. Adam Fox assists. That's for the Rangers there. Yeah. Rock'em. Jayhawks minus 5.5 minus 110. All right. Blues plus 130. Like it. Kreider goal plus 160. Rock'em, chalk'em. You know. Is 446 the same guy that would say y'all don't know how to cap and would fade all your picks?
No, that was a guy. That was neutral way.
Neutral way. That was neutral way. The Bluesies, yeah. This is a fade of Earle Bro play. Bruins minus 1.5. Okay. Over 5.5 minus 106. Blues Bruins got it. And St. Louis in the under 6.5, as well as the Blues money line at plus 130. There you go. Blues first to 5 shots plus 105. All right. Getting creative. I like it. Let's move on. We have the Edmonton Oilers and the New York Islanders in this one here. The Oilers minus 210 favorites, totaled 6 in this one. Should the Oilers be favorites in this game? Yes. Should they be minus 210 favorites in this game? No. But do I want to back the Islanders at this moment? The answer is also no. And the Islanders have been kind of on a no-bet list for me since the Buffalo Sabre game where they did win, but they lost all those players. I have not been betting them at all. If anything, I'd be looking to fade the Islanders with all the injuries, but they've played well without Barzal, and they've played well without Duclair. They're 3-1-1 in their last 5 games since losing Barzal. They're coming in off an overtime loss against the New Jersey Devils, a game they absolutely should have won. They were up 3-1 late, and they fell apart in that game. The Edmonton Oilers are coming in off of a really, really nice win. They won 7-3 in their last game against the Vancouver Canucks, which snapped a 2-game losing streak against Vegas and the Devils in the last 2 games previous to that. Should the Oilers be this big of a favorite? No. Do I have interest in the dog and the Islanders? No. I'm not interested in the Islanders until they get Barzal back. Is kind of the way I'm approaching that. Could there be spots to back them? Yeah. But am I interested in backing the Islanders at all? The answer is no.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to go. I'm not touching this game either. It would be a lean towards the Islanders at a big price tag, but I don't really feel the need to go after it. So, no, thank you for me.
Sure. Let's see. Islanders team total over 2.5 minus 105. It's fair. Buchnevich, anytime goal. Holloway, anytime goal. There we go. Lex, there was a time about 2 years ago I faded Nick Earle and made 10 units. He was in an awful slump, and he even said he would fade himself. Oh, that's the only time I ever faded him. That was a dark time. I remember that time. That was a dark time where I had like 2 straight weeks of just straight losing. Mm-hmm. Scheifele, 1 assist, even money. The Islanders annoy me. Can't finish off a team, so just draw in the over. Yeah. I try to help now, but Nick has an ego and Tim just ignores me, but I try to help. I don't tail people. Anything like that. So, yeah, this is nothing new. We have the Seattle Kraken and the Columbus Blue Jackets. The next matchup here, the Kraken minus 165, total of 6.5 in this game. This is the last game of a road trip there for the Columbus Blue Jackets. And this feels like a get-right spot for the Kraken. The question is, do you want to lay this type of number with them? The answer is a simple no. Situationally, this is not a spot I want Columbus to know. Seattle's played well against Columbus. After Columbus won the first 2 games, both in overtime against Seattle, Seattle's won the next 4. So Seattle has received a point in all 6 matchups against the Columbus Blue Jackets in their history. The Blue Jackets, this is their last game of a 5-game road trip, a very unsuccessful one. It started off with a 7-2 loss in Washington, continued with a 2-1 loss against the Sharks in overtime, a 5-2 loss against the Kings, and a 4-2 loss against the Ducks. So I apologize. Not every team that's lost to the Sharks have bounced back the next game, i.e. Columbus. On the flip side, the Seattle Kraken finally got off the schneid. They were on a 4-game. They lost 4 games in a row, all on the road. They get home and they beat the Vegas Golden Knights in overtime 4-3. Is this a game where they can have a little bit of momentum? That was only back on the 8th. So they've had a few days off. Another game I'm not particularly interested in getting involved with. My number suggests value on the Blue Jackets. However, I have no interest in backing the Blue Jackets on the last game of a road trip like this. I don't want to lay this type of number with the Kraken either. So this is going to be a pass for me. And I got to type in numbers for the last game here.
I think I'm good with my NHL card for the day with the 3 that I have. I don't really feel the need to go after this one. So I'm going to stay off this game. It's a lean towards the Kraken or nothing, but I don't really feel the need to go after it.
Fair.
See how loyal I am. I remember that number 1 follower. I don't know. There's some people who have memberships on our channel that, anyways,
have been around just as long.
New York Islanders draw.
I like it.
Over in the Columbus game. Say it with me. Release the Kraken plus 165. The draw. Second official play. Same game parlay locked in on FanDuel. Luka 20 plus points. Seth 15. Clay 10. Luka rebounds. Seth assists. There you go. Ottawa and the over. 5.5 Ottawa money line and Ottawa puck line. No smoke and Kraken. Official play for that one. Yep. I got you. There you go. We got one more game left, Nick.
Yeah, this is one that I had circled a little bit that I would like to back. It's a big favorite in this game, but I want Vancouver in this spot. Let's get into it. We have the Vancouver Canucks. They're 7-3-3 this year. They're 1-2-3 at home. So here at Rogers Centre Arena in Vancouver, British Columbia, they're 1-5 on the money line. Their only win was against the Pittsburgh Penguins, 4-3. On the flip side, the Calgary Flames are 8-5-3 on the year. They're 5-11 over under. They're 3-2-3 on the road. They're coming in off of a 3-1 win last night against the LA Kings. I unfortunately was on the wrong side of that. The Canucks are coming in off of giving up a touchdown against Edmonton. In this one, in their last game there. I think everything correlates here for a puck line play on the Vancouver Canucks in this game here. And I don't break out puck lines very often because I don't like big favorites very often. And actually, this has the feel of the Rangers-Red Wings game the other night. You have Vancouver off an embarrassing loss. You have Calgary off of a win and on a back-to-back. So I think situationally, this is a good spot for Vancouver. I'm going to double up on the Canucks here to end the night. And the Flames are a bet against team for me a little bit going forward. Even though they won last night, their advanced numbers suggest that they're not going to be able to keep going like this going forward here. So I'm doubling up on the spot here. Canucks first period puck line plus 135, full game puck line plus 115.
I'll stick with my 3 plays that I have for today. I'm happy with that. I would look Vancouver, but I don't feel like there's enough value on it. If I'm betting Vancouver, it'd be 2.5. But I'm not really too interested in going after that one.
Fair.
Where's the video? Oh, you wanted the video.
Yeah, no, I got it. He wants... where is it? There it is.
Release the Kraken.
Oh, no, he wanted this one. Oh, sorry. Actually want a cookie now. Damn. Toronto, look ahead to Washington tomorrow. I'll be there for that. No, I don't see his look ahead spot.
See, here's the thing. I would say, yeah, if they were playing almost any other team. Yeah. Ottawa's a little pest to the Toronto Maple Leafs team.
Third official play, -105, Fanatics, Temple, Syracuse, Columbia, all on money lines.
All right.
Canucks. Canucks team total over. Yeah, we got you. Vancouver and the over. Vancouver puck line. Great call on the Kings last night. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not perfect.
Is there any other system plays?
No, there's no teams coming off of a shutout loss here.
Blue Jackets cracking over 2.5 goals for +210. I'm confused on this one. Was that first period?
Gotta be a little bit more clear with that.
Yeah, I didn't know that we were seeing the Elks and the Lions on Saturday. Rangers, Florida, Vancouver, parlay. Canucks -230. Good morning, Canucks dance. I thought Loyola, Maryland, -2 went from dog to favorite. Didn't touch it. I don't like to go after games after the line is moved or whatever, so
that's why we do it the night before.
Yeah. Ottawa and St. Louis. Yeah. You're not funny. Okay. Utah Jazz race to 10.
All right.
Go for it. We do it every day. That's going to do it. I'll put the link to the CapperTeks. Make sure you guys go and follow us on the CapperTek. We post all of our plays there every single day. If you follow, you get a week's worth of plays for free. And if you want to be cool like some of the other people in our chat, including Cannon, who's currently #1 in the leaderboards, and you want to get all of the college basketball numbers, become a member of the channel, and you get the spreadsheet plays every single day. So if you guys are interested in that, you guys can jump on that as well. Florida Atlantic moneyline first half.
All right.
There you go. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back again tomorrow with another one. Peace out, guys.